Good morning. How are you? कैसे हैं बेटे आप सभी? In today's session, we are going to discuss about set theory, minimum and maximum values. It's a very important part for, especially for the students preparing for MBA entrance examinations. In our previous session, that was the basics to the set theory. So this is the advanced session, and in this session, we will discuss about the concept of minimum and maximum value, right? We have three different varieties of question in this type of minimum and maximum value. So let me start with taking question one by one. The basic formula that must be known to you is, you know that n of A union B union C is always equal to n of A, n of B, n of C minus n of A intersection B, n of B intersection C minus n of C intersection A plus n of A intersection B intersection C. This is the basic formula that we are expected to use, right? And one more thing that I explained you in my previous session of set theory, whenever we have any question based on the three parameters, so we just draw like in this way. Let us say this is A, this is B, this is C. This portion is common to both A and B. This is A and C, and this is B and C. And this is common to three, A and B and C, right? So let me start with a statement. I am just mentioning the question here, and then we solve it. It's given that in a class there are 200 students. Okay, there are number of students are 200. Then it's given that three sports are there: cricket, 100 play cricket, 50 students play hockey, and 60 students play basketball. This information is given. Then it's given that 30 students play cricket and hockey. Cricket and hockey, students are 30, okay, and hockey and basketball number of students are 35, and basketball and cricket number of students are 45. This information is given to us. Now using that information, we have to find out the minimum value of the student playing all the three games, maximum value of the students playing all the three games. That's my question, right? Now how to approach these type of problems? According to the information, let us say this is the student who play cricket, who play hockey, and who play basketball, right? The cricket is given as 100, hockey is given as 50, basketball is given as 60, right? Cricket and hockey 30, hockey and basketball 35, basketball and cricket 45. This information is given as per to the statement. Now what is to be done? Since we are supposed to find out, and total students are given, that is 200, I just mentioned here 200, ठीक है? अब आप ये देखो बेटे, हमें फाइंड करना है मिनिमम एंड मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ दिस. तो लेट मी गिव यू, लेट अस से दिस इज इक्वल टू x, ठीक है? दिस इज इक्वल टू x. इट मींस दिस इज 45 माइनस x, दिस वैल्यू विल बी 30 माइनस x, दिस इज 35 माइनस x. मतलब वी जस्ट कन्वर्ट ऑल द वैल्यूज इनटू द x. Similarly, if the total is 100, if I subtract 100 out of this, so that what I can say, this value will be x plus 25. ठीक है? 100 minus subtracting all the three values, x plus 25. Similarly, this is 50. So when I subtract here, ठीक है? So that value will be x minus 15. And similarly, this is 60. When I subtract here, so that value would be x minus 20. ठीक है? तो this information we have got, we have just converted all our values into this structure, right? अब देखिए इसके बाद next issue क्या रहता है? We know that like the student playing any of the game, that will always be positive. It means wherever we have x, that value is more than equal to 0, right? So suppose if I say 30 minus x greater than equal to 0, so from here I can infer that is 30 is greater than equal to x, that you can say. Similarly, x minus 15 is more than equal to 0, x is more than equal to 15, x minus 20 more than equal to 0, it means x is more than equal to 20, right? 45 minus x is more than equal to 0. It means 45 is greater than equal to x. 35 minus x is more than 0. So from here you can say that 35 is more than equal to x. Like the three intervals we have got where we have the upper limit for x, and two interval we have got there we have the lower limit for x. ठीक है? अब देखिए, if I say 30 is greater than equal to x, 45 is greater than equal to x, 35 is greater than equal to x, right? And we have to comment for x. ठीक है? So it means we have to go for a common value that is going to satisfy all three. So it means I can say x is to be less than equal to 30 because this interval is a common interval. It is going to satisfy all the value. X is less than equal to 30. Similarly, here if I have to take a common interval, it says x is more than equal to 15, x is more than equal to 20. It means x is more than equal to 20. So two issues we have got. One thing we can say x is less than equal to 30, and second thing we can say x is more than equal to 20. That means value of x lies between 30 to 20. The value of x lies between 30 to 20. It means the maximum value of the student playing all the three games will be 30, and the minimum value of the students playing all the three games will be 20, right? So this is the basic process, but one more value, one more interval for x we have to also find out. Applying your total, since the total number of students is given, that is 200, and nowhere in the question is given that each student play at least one game. It means we have to take one more interval for x. Like we can say that n of a 100, n of b 60, n of c 50 minus n of a intersection b 30 minus 45 minus 35 plus x. This value is less than equal to 200. So one more interval we get for x. So this is 160 plus 50, 210. Okay? And here I can say 45 and 35, that is 80 minus 30. 80 minus 30, that is minus 80 and minus 30 minus 110 plus x less than equal to 200. Okay? So from here I can say 100 is 100 plus x is less than 200. It means x is to be less than equal to 100. So this is a very big interval. So that is going to adjust all the three. So x is less than equal to 100. Okay? So it means the common interval would be that one. Right? So that is not going to play any role in this statement. It simply says x is to be less than equal to 100, and that is the interval we got. So this is intersection out of it. So my answer would be maximum value for the student playing all the three games will be 30 and minimum value is 20, right? अब देखो इसी same statement में he may ask you few more things. I hope up to this point is clear. The x lies between 30 and 20. Now he may also ask from you, find the maximum number of students playing at least one game. My question is, we have to find out the maximum number of students, या maximum or minimum number of students, maximum or minimum number of students playing at least one game, right? It means first of all we have to find the student playing at least one game. You know that at least one game means we have to take A union B union C. It means let us say this total is 100 because at least one game everything is to be included. This circle is 100, take it as 100 plus this section is to be taken, this is to be taken and this is to be taken. So 100 plus x minus 15, 35 minus x and x minus 20. That value we have put. Okay. Now just solve it. What we can say, x is going to be cancelled out. So 100 plus 35, 135 minus 3500, you get to be 100 plus x. Means number of students playing at least one game is 100 plus x. ठीक है? अब देखिए, if you have to find the maximum value of this, so where x is maximum, that is my answer. So I know that maximum value of x is 30. It means the maximum number of students playing at least one game will be 130. ठीक है? And if I have to find the minimum value of this, so minimum value for x is 20. That means minimum value would be 120. That becomes our answer. ठीक है? तो मतलब questions are very easy. you have to just understand the basics of the thing. Main thing is that to understand this particular structure, and it's very easy thing. You know that x is always to be positive. The two type of interval you get from here. One interval that decides the maximum limit, and second those interval that decides the minimum limit, right? And using that you are able to get your answer. I hope this is clear. So that point is very important for you for understanding how to find out the minimum and maximum value for this portion, right? In the practice session also we have taken number of questions based on minimum and maximum value. Let me take the second statement here, because we have primarily three types of question in this, and then number of practice questions we have discussed. So that will make your concept more clear. Let us start with the second point for this type 2. Now here first of all we have to understand the question. It's given that we have three departments, okay, where working in at least three department is mandatory. What is given that working in at least three department is mandatory. When this is given, it means that at least one department you have to work. So you can say that N of A union B union C, this is equal to 100%, because when working in at least one department is mandatory, that simply means N of A union B union C is always equal to 100%. Now three departments are given. One is HR department, one is operations department, and one is finance department. Okay, it's given that in HR department 87% of the people work. In operations department 78% of the people work, and in finance department 69% of the people work. This information is given. Now using that we have to find out what is the minimum or maximum percentage of the people working in all the three departments. Working in all three departments, that we have to find out. What is the minimum or maximum percentage of number of students, number of persons working in all the three departments. This value we have to find out, right? So what we can assume in these type of questions, let us say persons working in exactly one department. Exactly one department, let us say this is equal to x, means that is the exactly one department, the sum of there is x, okay? Then we assume number of persons working in exactly two departments, this is equal to y, means this plus this sum is y, okay? And exactly three departments, this is equal to z, means this section we have assumed to be z. Just try to observe what I have done. It's a very specific type of question. So what we have assumed, first we have assumed that persons working in exactly one department, that is x, exactly two department y, and exactly three department, that is equal to z. Okay? अब देखिए what we can say, what here I can say that because it's given in the question that the sum is 100%, at least one is 100%, it means at least one includes exactly one, exactly two plus exactly three. Okay? And how we can just use here while applying the concept. So one thing I can say, x plus y plus z equal to 100. One information we have this because total is 100%. Right, and the second we apply our basic formula n of A union B union C. We know that n of A union B union C, okay, that is equal to because that n of A plus n of B plus n of C. Well, there we can say that if I say n of A 87 plus 78 plus 69, okay, that is stated to us. अब देखिए इसमें आप अंडरस्टैंड करो भी 87 में 78 69 में ये पोर्शन तो एक बार आया, तो हमने कितना पुट कर दिया x, राइट? दिस सेक्शन इज रिपीटेड फॉर ट्वाइस बिकॉज व्हेन आई से 87 78 एंड 69, तो ये वाला जो सेक्शन है ये पार्ट कितनी बार रिपीट हुआ? 2 टाइम्स, तो मेक इट एज ट्वाइस ऑफ एग्जैक्टली 2, और ये सेक्शन हुआ 3 टाइम रिपीट, दिस इज थ्राइस ऑफ एग्जैक्टली 3. तो मतलब वन मोर इक्वेशन वी कैन मेक x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 87 plus 78 plus 69. Just solve it. So here I can say x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 7, 8, 15 or 9, 20 for 2, 10, 7, 17 or 6, 23, 234, right? And if I just, since I have got my value to be x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 234. My question is I have to comment about z, ठीक है? So I just try to solve it, subtracting both, ठीक है? When I subtract both, what I will get, 2y minus y, this is y, 3z minus z, this is plus 2z equal to 134, ठीक है? This information I have got. बताइए यहाँ तक clear हो गया? Subtracting these two equations, ठीक है? I got my value to be y plus 2z equal to 134, right? Now I have to find the maximum value for z and similarly I have to find the minimum value for z, ठीक है? अब देखो अगर आपको z का maximum value find out करना है, ठीक है? maximum value से क्या मतलब है? आप ये देखिए कि z आपका maximum कितना हो सकता है? z maximum कितना हो सकता है? अगर मुझे z को मैक्सिमाइज करना है तो y को क्या करना पड़ेगा? मिनिमाइज करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? और y की मिनिमाइजेशन कितनी हो सकती है? 0 हो सकती है, कम से कम कितना हो सकता है? 0। तो यहां से हम कितना कह सकते हैं? 2z इज इक्वल टू 134, z विल बी इक्वल टू 67, ठीक है? तो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ z कितना हो जाएगा? 67 हो जाएगा, ठीक है? अब देखो अगर मैं z को 67 पुट भी कर दूं तो मेरे हिसाब से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। इफ आई टेक दैट वैल्यू टू बी 67 तो ये 2 हो जाएगा, ठीक है? दिस इज 11 एंड दिस इज 20 because I know that z has to be smaller than 69, तो maximum value of z is equal to 67, ठीक है? अब similarly I have to find the minimum value of z. On the same pattern I have to think about the minimum value of z. What can be the minimum value of z so that our condition is not violated, ठीक है? अब देखिए अगर हम z की मिनिमम वैल्यू की बात करें तो ये तो बिल्कुल क्लियर है कि व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट द मिनिमम वैल्यू फॉर z, क्योंकि एग्जैक्टली 2 में हम देखें 69 है तो y कम से कम 69 तो होना ही चाहिए आपका, y उससे तो कम नहीं हो सकता, राइट? तो वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द मिनिमम वैल्यू ऑफ z। तो उसमें भी हम ऐसे ही वी जस्ट ट्राई टू मेक ए कंडीशन फॉर इट कि आपका z का वैल्यू कितना हो सकता है। जैसे मैंने इफ आई टेक दैट y टू बी 69, राइट? क्योंकि इफ आई टेक दैट वैल्यू टू बी कॉमन कि आपका जो y है वो कितना हो रहा है? 69 हो रहा है, मतलब जो एग्जैक्टली 2 वाला पोर्शन है, ठीक है? तो उसमें क्या हो जाएगा? दैट z इज इनटू पॉइंट्स, तो ये तो नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है? फिर हमने इसको 68 लिया, ठीक है? बिकॉज आई विल टेक द मिनिमम वैल्यू एंड वन मोर थिंग इज दैट द मिनिमम वैल्यू इफ आई टेक दैट वैल्यू टू बी 68, तो 68 लेंगे तो 134 माइनस 68, ठीक है? कितना हो जाएगा? दैट वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 66, ठीक है? तो 66 z इज इक्वल टू 33। नाउ जस्ट ट्राई टू थिंक ऑफ क्या z आपका 33 हो सकता है या नहीं हो सकता है? तो व्हेन यू पुट z टू बी 33, तो दिस इज 33, मतलब z इज 33, ठीक है? और उसके अकॉर्डिंगली ये हमारा हो जाएगा दैट इज 33, this is 68, but this is impossible because the sum is to be smaller than 100, so that is also not possible. Then I take to be 67, so then z would be into the points. Then I take my value to be 66. When I take y to be 66, ठीक है? तो from here I can say z to be 34. That is possible. So what I can say minimum value of z is equal to 34. That becomes my answer. Just try to understand this question. So this is also based on the concept of the special equation that I already explained you in the algebra. ठीक है? Again try to observe here what we have taken. That portion is cut in the video. I am just explaining you again. I hope up to this point is clear. ठीक है? So what I have stated you that we have got this equation y plus 2z equal to 134. ठीक है? We have taken the maximum value for z. I have to go for the minimum value of z. So how to go for the minimum value of z? The minimum value of z, y is to be maximum. Exactly 2 can maximum be 69. So when I say y to be 69, z is not an integer. It comes into points, so that is not possible. Z is an integral value. If I say y is 68, so 134 minus 68, that value would be 66, so z is equal to 33. But problem for me is that one more condition is there, x plus y plus z equal to 100. So if I take 68 plus 33, 101, this is also impossible, that is not possible. Similarly, y can be 66, when I say y to be 66, z is 34. तो दिस इज पॉसिबल हेयर, ठीक है. तो व्हाट आई कैन से, द मिनिमम वैल्यू फॉर z विल बी 34. ओके, here I am going to tell you one more short trick for this statement. This is a very important short trick and number of places we will apply this trick. In any question where you have the statement like this, where you have the statement like this means the three parameters are given and their value is given to you, ठीक है. Two things are there. One condition is this, working in exactly one department is mandatory, या तो ऐसा given होगा, ठीक है. तो उसमें क्या करते हैं, if you have to find out the minimum number of persons working in all three departments, मतलब that question we can answer it, working in all three departments, this is always equal to adding all of three, like 87 plus 78 plus 69 minus twice of A union B union C, that is 100. देखो आपने क्या करना है, अगर if in any question three parameters are given, जैसे यहाँ पर है in this statement three parameters are given, ठीक है. When three parameters are given, तो what you are supposed to do, adding all of three, ठीक है, and minus twice of n of A union B union C. तो that gives you 87, 7, 8, 15, 9, 24, 2, 2, 8, 10, 7, 17 और 6, 34. That is 234 minus 200. तो value will be equal to 34%. That becomes your answer. ठीक है. In this statement, if instead of 3, 4 parameters are given, तो concept will remain the same. In place of 3, we take the 4 parameters minus 3 into 100. मतलब what I am supposed to do, adding all of them minus 1 less than the number of parameters into n of A union B union C. So from here you can say your answer is equal to 34%. Done. One more point here is sometimes you will get that that condition is not given. Working in at least one department is not given. Suppose here the question is the same, like in HR department 87% people work, operation 78%, finance 69% people work, and it is given that 10% persons are there who are not working in any department, who are not working in any department. मतलब out of the total 10% ऐसे हैं जो किसी भी डिपार्टमेंट में वर्क नहीं करते. So it means I can simply say n of A union B union C will be equal to 90% according to the information, because it's given that 10% of the people are there who are not working in any department. So I can say n of A union B union C is equal to 90%, right? Now how to answer it? Process would be 87 plus 78 plus 69 minus 2 into 90. This you have to do. 87 into 78 plus 69 minus 2 into 90, that you have to solve. Whatever you get, that becomes your answer. ठीक है. तो this point you have to take care in your mind कि in any statement when only three parameters are there, their value is given, and you have the information about A union B union C, and in that question if you have to find the minimum, you have to find the minimum value, because this concept is used for finding the minimum value of the number of students playing or working in all the three departments. So there we apply this concept in order to get my answer. ठीक है. So here that becomes your answer. Okay, done, right? Now let us take the next type for this statement. We have one more type. Just try to observe and think how to answer the statement. Now what is given in this? It's given that we have 3 electives offered of a student in a class. मतलब we have a class and 92 students are there, right? And a student has the option not to choose any subject. मतलब ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कोई student ऐसा हो who has not taken any option. तो total number of students, maximum number of student is 92. So one thing I can say, n of A union B union C is less than equal to 92, because maximum student 92 हो सकता है, कम भी हो सकते हैं उससे, because some students are there who have not opted any subject. So maximum can be 92, right? Now The three options are given. Let us just try to make it into the structure. You have marketing, you have finance, and you have systems. It's given that 60 students opted for marketing, 80 students opted for finance, okay, and 50 students opted for system. Then given that 40 students opted for marketing and systems, 40 student marketing and system, 50 marketing and finance, 50 marketing and finance, and 45 finance and system. This is given. So my question is, what is the minimum or maximum number of students taking all the three subjects? That's my question. Up here, this statement is quite same as the question that we have done in the first case, but one condition more we have to take this. The N of A union B union C is less than equal to 92. So what I told you, take all the three subjects to be X. So this value will be 50 minus X, this will be 40 minus X, and this will be 45 minus X. That I can say. Now take 60 minus this. So what you can say, this will be X minus 30, this is 50 subtract, so what I can say, that would be 85, this is X minus 35, this is 80 subtract, that would be 95, so you can say X minus 15. So that value we have got. Now just use all these things, like what we can say, X minus 30 is greater than equal to 0, it means X is more than equal to 30. First condition we have got, that says X minus 15 more than equal to 0, X is more than equal to 15, and it says X minus 35 greater than equal to 0, X is greater than equal to 35. So the three conditions we have got from here. Then we take 50 minus X is less than equal to 0, it means X is less than equal to 50. 40 minus X less than equal to 0, X is less than equal to 40. And 45 minus X less than 0, so I can say X is less than equal to 45. Okay. Again, from these two, what we can say, X is to be more than equal to 35 because that is going to satisfy all the three. And from here I can say X is less than equal to 40, right? But here, since this condition is given, so one more equation we have to find out. So how we can find out that? We can simply say N of A 60, N of B 80, N of C 50 minus N of A union B 50, N of B union C 45, that is 40 plus X less than equal to 92. So this condition we have to also take. Just solve this. 50 is going to be cancelled out. 45 and 40 minus 80, this is minus 5. So that is 55. So I can say X is to be less than equal to 37. Now one more condition I have got for X, that is X is to be less than equal to 37. So from after combining all the three, I can say that X is less than equal to 37, greater than equal to 35. Okay, so this is the limit for X. The maximum value of X is 37 and minimum value of X is 35, right? That condition we have got. So it means that if I have to answer my question, like how many values that the student playing all the three games, so that would be 35, 36 and 37. If I have to comment about the maximum number of students, answer is 37 playing all the three games. Or if I have to find out the minimum number of students playing all the three games, that value will be 35, right? So this is end to our sessions. A number of questions I explained you on this topic of set theory regarding minimum and maximum value, as well as you will find a number of questions in the practice session. There also we have taken this type of problems, like how to go for the minimum and maximum value in the question of the set theory. Now one more session is there in which we are going to take the cases of 4 parameters. Like if 4 parameters are there, so how to associate, how to deal with the questions based on 4 parameters, and after that our whole concept of set theory will be ended. Thank you very much.